Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends S.H.I.E.L.D and Hydra Female Trooper 2-pack. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and remember now you can hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at this Marvel Legends S.H.I.E.L.D and Hydra Female Trooper 2-pack. Now, this thing was only revealed this week and it went straight into stock on Hasbro Pulse UK. So if you're asking, how did you get this so quick? Well, it's in stock right now in the UK via Hasbro Pulse. It's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. There was no pre-order. It was straight into stock. So if you're in the UK and you pre-ordered this, it is likely you also received this today. So it surprised me as well as you, but shout out to Rich M who let me borrow his for review. So you know we just didn't get one, we got two to take a look at today. So the front of the packaging is plastic free packaging, as we know, with the S.H.I.E.L.D and Hydra logo sort of half and half on the front. I don't mind that at all. You get some images on each side of both of the troopers and then some digital renders on the back of those pinless female bodies with their accessories, and it's all about these interchangeable heads here that you can use on either that are very nice. They do look really good. I'm going to try lots of head swaps in this video, I am sure of it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get them open. And here we have our female troopers out of the packaging with all their accessories on the table. Now, of course, those three interchangeable heads in the middle you can use with either, but both of them do come with their own pile. The only big difference I can notice is that the Hydra soldier has an extra set of hands, 3 sets in total, compared to just the one extra set for the S.H.I.E.L.D agent with the trigger finger hands. Both of them come with a small pistol, and then they both come with their own unique weapon as well. But we have seen these before in the Marvel Legends line. So let's take a look at these individually one by one, and let's start off with the newest addition to our collection, the female Hydra agent. So as we know, she is on the pinless Shriek base body with a newly tooled upper torso piece and that new head sculpt. She stands at about 6 inches tall exactly. Looking at the helmet, the mask, she has the same bug eyes, just like the male Hydra soldiers. Difference being, hers are like a mustardy yellow to match her harness straps, where the male ones had those red bug eyes. They also had the separate straps as an overlay, where this time round, she has the newly tooled upper torso on the Shriek body, with these actually sculpted onto the chest piece. You've even got this sculpted line on the front for like a zipper, and then they've added a little bit of chrome paint for that H. You can see it shimmering under the lights. You've also got a nice decal on one shoulder of the Hydra logo, especially when you compare it to the male ones. It is much better being a decal compared to that sort of yellow paint. Only on one shoulder though, the other one has nothing on there. The belt is a separate piece, again has that H on there shimmering under the lights, nicely done. And then otherwise it is a completely pinless body, double jointed pinless knees and elbows, of course, done in that Hydra green. And yes, she absolutely matches the same green as the males. It's just that he's a little bit shiny, a little bit more glossy compared to the sort of female. Again, my lights are bright though, so it makes every figure look glossy. Her 3 sets of hands are, first up, these open palm, more expressive hands. We've got these with lots of females. She also comes with a set of fisted hands for fighting poses or just neutral looks. And then lastly, of course, she needed some trigger finger hands so she could hold her guns. And she's got one small pistol, and then she's got this bigger sort of two-handed shotgun thing. We have seen in the past, way back in the Epic Hero days, this time they've just painted those shotgun shells on the side purple, and this small blaster has those holes in the front as well, so if you have any of the smoke or blast effects, you can plug them into the front. And there's a look at her holding that two-handed gun a lot better. So let's bring some male Hydra soldiers back in to see how she compares. And as you can see, she is a little bit shorter compared to the Bucky Cat body, but to be honest, that body is in need of an update now for some more pinless Hydra soldiers. So she definitely stands out in regards to quality compared to these. Here we have our big bulky Hydra male soldier and our Hydra Captain America. And I'll do some more comparisons at the end, but here we have Red Skull and Madam Hydra. Moving on to our S.H.I.E.L.D trooper now. Once again, completely pinless Shriek body, but with the added helmet, makes her just about 6 inches tall. And to be fair, we have seen this before not too long ago in the form of Maria Hill and Quake. Now, ignoring Quake's sort of gauntlets, it is the exact same figure, and our biggest criticism of the Maria Hill and Quake was, why didn't they include a S.H.I.E.L.D helmet? It would have been the perfect army builder set. Well, now we know why, as they wanted to include it here. So at least now we have the option. The only difference I can see between the Maria and Quake body compared to the 2-pack body is the 2-pack body has the blue neck peg, so you can have different styles of head sculpts on there compared to the Caucasian neck peg that is on the Quake and Maria body. Taking a closer look at this helmet then, it is different to the male version as they've retooled the middle, as now it's a red translucent plastic in comparison to just being painted red. Now, unfortunately, there are no sculpted eyes back there, but it is still a nice touch. Then you've got the sort of black respirator and then the navy blue helmet. So subtle differences, but it is very nice. So let's compare it to the male version for yourself so you can see it is definitely better than just the red painted visor. Very, very nice. And then from a side profile, you can see it has been scaled down ever so slightly. But back to the female soldier here, you can see it's on the same body we've seen before with a sculpted zip up top. You've got the separate belt piece, separate straps here at the thighs that hide the articulation well. You've got the white boots, the double jointed pinless knees, double jointed pinless elbows, some more sculpted detail at the back, and then on the side here you do have the S.H.I.E.L.D decal on one shoulder only. And again, comparing that to the male soldier, it is a nice touch, but again, only on one. But overall, nicely done. In regards to accessories, she has less hands than the Hydra soldier, unfortunately. So instead of a pair, you only get one fisted hand and then one sprayed out open hand. Thankfully, you do get a set of trigger finger hands. She also comes with that small blaster gun. And then her gun is a piece that we recently got with the male S.H.I.E.L.D soldiers. So there's hers, and then the male version is here, but it actually had the red detail on, and it's a bit more black compared to the sort of gunmetal grey. So yeah, same gun we got with the male version, but without the red deco. And she holds it better than I expected her to, but remember, these guns are made for male figures. They haven't been scaled down for the female bodies, so it is a little bit awkward. So yeah, you're gonna have to do some finagling, maybe try some other weapons in your arsenal, but they will hold them, and for neutral poses I think it will be fine. But you can see she struggles to get her second hand gripping onto that gun there. Now let's get into the part I think people are most intrigued to see. Here we have the 3 unique female head sculpts you can use on either Hydra or S.H.I.E.L.D agents. Now I've went with S.H.I.E.L.D just because I actually have 3 female bodies here. I've actually robbed a Maria Hill body to use for the blonde in the middle. She sort of looks like Sharon Carter, just saying, but we will try some comparisons. I do just want to say though, I love how with the S.H.I.E.L.D agents, you can actually get them posed up holding their helmets, as that's what they are helmets. You can't really do that with the Hydra females. Taking a closer look at head sculpt number 1 now, she's the one with the blonde hair, she's got the blue eyes, subtle pink lips, and then like quite a frowny, serious, stern expression, to be fair. Now she's got 2 strands of hair coming off either side, but then as I said, she does have the blonde ponytail. She doesn't seem to have like a band or anything in the middle, so they've missed the paint on there, and there's also no sort of wash in their paint there to bring out any sculpted detail, but it does create some natural shadows in the lights. So there it is from the back. So all in all, very nice Caucasian head sculpt here with the blue eyes. I'm probably going to use this as Sharon Carter, like I said. Annoyingly though, it doesn't really work on the old Sharon Carter body, as it makes her appear like she hasn't got a neck. Like, where has her neck gone? So if you wanted to, like me, use this as an upgraded Sharon Carter head sculpt, as that was the previous one there, clearly an updated head sculpt with the digital face printing tech, no arguing that. But unfortunately, you can't use it on this body unless you do some sort of finagling with the neck, because right now, she has no neck. So I suggest you just do what I'm going to do and keep this head sculpt on the regular Trooper body and stand her next to Maria Hill and Quake, and she absolutely looks like Agent 13 Sharon Carter. So now instead of some random blonde, you actually have an individual unique character to add to the collection. Head sculpt number 2, another serious sort of expression, but to be fair, these women are soldiers, so I shouldn't expect like model smiles. So she has got like pink lips with like a little bit of rosy cheeks. Is that just me, or does she have a little bit of red on her cheeks? Even still, her hair is all slicked back in like this little bun on the back. But all in all, another very nice head sculpt here to give us some options and diversity for for the display. And then finally we have head sculpt number 3, which has more of a caramel complexion. She has some subtle pink lips, again a little bit of rosiness on the cheeks, but this time green eyes that do stand out really nice. And then her hairstyle isn't a quite full Gabrielle, if that makes sense. Her hair does sort of cover one side of her face, this time in like a dark brown. If I spin it all the way around, it's about shoulder length, of course, like in a bob, and then the ears on show that side. So yeah, sort of a nice hairstyle, but again, another great head sculpt. So let's look at all 3 head sculpts side by side, and you can let me know your favorite in the comments below. Are there any other Marvel characters out there that could potentially substitute in one of these head sculpts to have their likeness? Very curious to know. Let me know in the comments. And then of course, here we have all 3 of the head sculpts, but now on the Hydra body. So again, you can mix and match and switch between the 2, and they look great on the Hydra female bodies as well. And then one more time, here we have the blonde head sculpt on the S.H.I.E.L.D and Hydra body. Here we have the second head sculpt on both bodies. And finally, here we have the third head sculpt on both bodies, which might be my favorite. In regards to any other head swaps, I did want to try this one, as Black Widow has got the best current female Marvel Legend body available to us, but as she has some of the skin tone showing, you can only really pop on the blonde head. But I am happy to report that it pops on there no problem at all. So maybe, just maybe, you could make this work as a Yelena Belova, and I think it looks great. Now, I personally don't think this really works as a Sue Storm, but maybe if you really hated the previous one, you could have this on your Sue Storm body. It does pop on there. And let's bring back in Black Widow for a second, and also Shriek, because remember, S.H.I.E.L.D and Hydra bodies are built on these Shriek base bodies. Both of them just have newly tooled upper torsos, but every figure on the table is double jointed and pinless. Now, obviously that's a nice base body, but the new gold standard in Marvel Legends is of course Black Widow, with the butterfly joints and also the extra crunch down there at the waist. So she is the new gold standard, but these are not bad at all. Now, I couldn't review an army builder 2-pack without at least attempting to build a little army on my review table. So first up, here we have S.H.I.E.L.D, led by Nick Fury, front and center, who was on that old Bucky Cap body. He's got a shiny face. He is in desperate need of an upgrade. He is flanked by the females though, all look very nice. He could have his own female hit squad, and then even still at the back, you have some of the army builders too from the 2-pack and from that Ant-Man wave way back in the day as well. Again, those bodies need an update, but it still looks great when they're posed up together. This is what army building is all about. Fill a whole shelf if you want to. The more the merrier, but undoubtedly they look nice. If I had Commander Rogers, I would have threw him in there as well, but I've sent that back to Rich, so he'd look great there too. And then of course we need the bad guy equivalent of an army. So here we have Hydra, led front and center by Red Skull himself. He has Madam Hydra next to him, or Viper if you will, with the female army builders either side. Then we have the male army builders as well that we've had in multiple forms at this point, literally 3 different versions to get them, but all on the Bucky Cap unfortunately, so they need an upgrade. We've got Artem Zola on the back left, and then we also have the bigger, thicker Trooper that we got in the 2-pack on the back right. Now you could add in there Hydra, Captain America as well, and I guess Baron Zemo, and there's some other people that have joined Hydra in the past, but I do think these look very good on the display posed up like this. Quick comparison compared to some other body types. So we have Vulcan on the left, and then the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man on the right. And I've been rambling long enough, so let's wrap up with some of the Who crew. Here we have Frogman, Tigra, and Jocasta, who is reading out comments from the last Marvel Legend review. So make sure you leave a comment on this video, and she may choose you next time.
Tabby Gong 101 says, awesome review. Love the head swapping. It's exactly what I want to see as someone who does unbox. What are the possibilities?
And then last, but absolutely never least, here we have Captain Britton and Hal Fire Hank. So, final thoughts on this Marvel Legends S.H.I.E.L.D and Hydra female Trooper 2-pack. And yes, I'm as surprised as you to have it in hand so soon, but remember, it went straight into stock on Hasbro Pulse UK, right now ready to ship, and it's the only place you can get it as it is a Pulse exclusive. So shout out once again to the super producer, the super co-host, Rich, for hooking me up. And now I've had hands on, I definitely do want to get a couple of these for myself to add some variety to the armies. And is there anyone in the Marvel universe I could potentially use some of those head sculpts on there? If not, I'll just add some variety to the shelf. But you let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you like Marvel Legends, then well, haha, you're in the right place. Check out the videos tab, find the playlists, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button, hit all on the notification bell, don't miss out on a video, and please hit that join button, become a channel member, either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. And you can go one step further now with Who Crew Deluxe and the after show, and also Super Producer, but I will explain all in a new video very soon. Until then, follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter or X at Dan Who Reviews, and I will of course see you on the next one.